We're back. If you saw my last Risk of Rain video, I became the god of lightning, and it didn't end how I hoped it would, but it was still a really cool video. I got a request to do an ice build, so that's what we're going to do today. Now this one's going to get a little bit complicated. I'm using the same mod as last time that gives me all these extra abilities, so I'm going to put on all ice abilities. Now one interesting thing is I can actually take off her usual passive, which is her using her jetpack to hover, and instead I can pick this ability, and basically it just buffs your elemental damage. In this case, Arctic Blasts increase the power for each ice skill. So you'll see what that is when we, it's not actually a very good description, but when we get in game you'll see what that is. I'm going to be using ice shards. Now there are two different ice abilities. There's a snowball, which is very similar to her default abilities. You just shoot ice. But this one's kind of a close range shotgun blast. And I'm doing that for a reason. That's because we're going to completely switch up how you play Artificer, and she's going to be more of a close range shotgunner than a long range, you know, sniper. Now I'm going to be using Nanospear. That's a default ability. That's not a modded ability. The Nanospear is nice because it's really good at proccing different skills that we're going to be using. In this case, it deals 400% to 1200% damage. There is this Cold Fusion ability. I don't really like this one. We're going to stick with a default. Additionally, Snap Freeze is a default ability of her as well. You basically just put an ice wall up. And then lastly, this is a modded ability, Frostbite. It's kind of an armor, it's an armor buff skill. And I'm going to be using that often to try and, again, be more of a close range sort of combatant. Now let's get into it. I'm going to throw this on Monsoon and Artifact of Command, just like last time, and let's see how this goes. Now again, I can't hover around, nor do I have any mobility stuff. I feel like I'm captain right now. Like, I gotta run up and just shotgun people in the face. That's the passive that I switched it to. You see that ice blast that came out after I killed the, whatever you call these things? That'll activate every once in a while. So that just brings more ice damage to the table here. Now there aren't a lot of ice abilities that are actually going to help me too much, or ice items I mean. This is mainly going to be ability stuff, but there is one item in particular, a green item, Runald's Band, which is the white ice band. We're going to get that and we're going to stack the hell out of it. Additionally, there's some red items that I want, and I also want some movement speed. Now this is my R ability. I basically cover myself in like an ice shield, and then it blows up. And I'm going to be working to get that so that the cooldown on it is reduced, same way I did in the last video. Hopefully I can find Purity here soon. That way I can try to pop that as often as I can, so I can be more of a close range type of person. I'm not as weak, I can take more hits and stuff like that. Here's the ice wall if you haven't seen it before. Portal's up here, so I think we're going to hit it. Let me just grab some stuff. Here we go. Where is it? Runald's Band. Now this is going to make it so powerful hits will activate this like ice tornado thing. Actually, it's not a tornado. I'm stupid. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be pretty sweet. Now the way the ice band works is it can activate every 10 seconds. And like I said, a powerful hit will activate it. This symbol here means that Runald's Band is ready to be activated, so I'm gonna activate it here. Unless I miss my shot. Let's try it again. That wasn't strong enough. There we go. And now it's on a 10-second cooldown, so this is kind of ticking away, ticking away. We're going to do something to make it so that debuff disappears. And I'll explain it when we get there. But we're going to make it so that the Runald's Band is going to be activating 24/7. It's going to be awesome. Now that I'm good on movement speed, I'm going to do the same thing that I did in my last video, and that stacks a couple of backup magazines. Like I said, these are super important for Artificer. So this will give me more of my nano spears, so I'll be able to spam that a little more often. I'm just going to get the teleporter event started, and then I'll go look for the remaining loot that might be on the map. Whoa, that did a ton of damage. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to preemptively grab a fuel cell. And as soon as I find an equipment chest, which I'm hoping to find on this map here, you guys will see why, and I'll explain everything. I'm going to be grabbing a lot of items that aren't typical for Artificer. And by that I mean I'm going to be grabbing items that are more typical with people like Mercenary and stuff like that, because my goal is to stay in the fight at all times and just be a close-range killer. Which is why these Monster Tooth, the health orbs they're dropping, is super helpful. Normally those aren't as good on Artificer, but they're going to be great this time around. Let's go. Okay. So let me do my explaining time now. We're going to grab Blast Shower. Cleanse all negative effects, includes debuffs, damage over time, stuns, freezes, and nearby projectiles. The main one is the debuffs. Now the reason this is important is because the 10-second cooldown that is associated with the Runald's Band proc, that's counted as a debuff. And so if I can get it so Blast Shower is just activating all the time, I will never have that debuff, and the white band is just going to be activating 24/7. So that's going to be the plan here. We got to find Gesture of the Drowned, and Gesture of the Drowned will get us to where we want to be. I'm going to grab another backup magazine, because I think this Nano Spear is going to be... I'm going to be wanting to spam this away, I think. Because that's what's activating Runald's Band consistently. Whoa! What just happened? So I'm gonna hit Q. I'm gonna spam my Nano Spear and use my equipment. Shoot it, use that. Yep. Shoot it, use it. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. The bulk of the damage, by the way, is coming from the white band. At this point, it's probably doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Just ridiculous. I wish they would add more ice items to the game. With all the... I have a couple mods that add items, which I'm not using this run. But none of them are ice items. None of the equipment is an ice equipment. None of the void items are ice items. There's just... The only thing is the white band. That's it. We're going to spend some time on this map if it spawned the legendary chest. Oh! Focus Crystal might be really good. After all, I'm very close and everything I'm doing, I'm up in everyone's face. I'm thinking maybe I'll grab a Focus Crystal next. Let's try it. Focus Crystal. If the Newt Shrine is over here, a lot of times it seems to spawn. Yes. Can I make this with just one feather? Oh yeah. Now I'm not gonna grab anything that utilizes a different element than ice, so I am gonna avoid the ukuleles. I'm wondering if maybe I could do ATG missiles though. Apparently ATGs are good at proccing the white band as well, and so I think eventually I'll do that. Alright, we're close enough to being able to get the red chest. I think we're good to just start the teleporter event, and I should be able to get the last two chests, and then we'll get moving. I am moving pretty slow, but that's okay, because I want my first red. I definitely want my first red, and it is the only... It's going to be the only other... like ice item in the game, I swear. It's like you have Runald's Band and then the red that I'm about to get, which for those of you who are familiar with all the red items, you know which one I'm about to grab. I'm just going to keep moving quickly. Activate my equipment, hit him again. Activate my equipment, hit him again. Yeah, this is going to be disgusting. Once I hit the blue portal and get my gesture, this build is going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. Grabbed another feather, and now I'm going to go hit this red chest. Can I hop right up there? How good are my hops now? Perfect. Frost Relic. So this will just surround me with ice that's going to hurt people. Frost Relic isn't good for ranged people, but since I'm playing close range Artificer, this is going to be awesome. And to pair with that, let's just grab another Focus Crystal. I am running that same mod that I used in the last video, which lets you keep your money, and you can cop some extra stuff at the store. Let's grab the Gesture. I want to see how quickly this Blast Shower is going to be on cooldown. Okay, I'm going to stack more fuel cells. I don't want it activating every 8 seconds. I want it activating literally 24/7. And then let's grab Purity to reduce my skill cooldowns. So for the next handful of greens that I find, I do need more fuel cells. And then this is the Frost Relic. As you can see, people have to be relatively close by, but it's going to do bonus ice damage. That activates after I kill an enemy, I think. And the radius, I think, increases as you kill people as well. So if you kill a huge group, you can get a pretty big radius on that. Now, like I said, a couple of fuel cells. I can like one-hit things, and then my damage drops drastically until the cooldown is off. So I really am all about right now. I am all about getting this more fuel cells so that my band can proc more often. That is like the main thing that needs to be done. All right, run number 2, and let's one-hit this guy right off the bat. I love it. Soulbound Catalyst kills reduce equipment. Equipment cooldown. My God. This is getting awesome. I love this. Now, there's a couple more things that I want to get. As far as reds, I want to start stacking clovers. I think the next couple of reds that I do find will all be clovers. I'm probably going to portal rush this round and then just grab some of the nearby. It is spawning malachites, so we have to be careful of that. Yikes. I don't know that any of these are necessarily good. The Mired Urn would be great just to get some healing. Same with this one. Let me think about this for a second. think I'm gonna go Mired Urn because I'm a close range. That's really good for being a close range type of person. So let's go with the Mired Urn. That'll give me healing, and also I'll hurt people nearby, which is, I love hurting nearby people. What is happening? Come on, man.